Hi, this is Vivian, and welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by again today. And I have interesting things that have been happening, and I just want to tell you about them. Let's see, where do I begin? I had a really interesting dream last night, so I'll hopefully I'll tell you about the dream, and because it really spoke to me. And I am going through. This is partially a Genie script review, but not really. But I've had the Genie script for several days, and I lost it. I didn't know. I mean, I couldn't find it on my computer. I had downloaded it and everything, and so I called these helpful support people at Wesley's company, and she was just the sweetest person. And I said I finished the second module, and I was really enjoying it, and I went away to do something, and I had homework to do from the second module, which was giving me a headache because because it's like I like to do things perfect and not just half-ass, if I may say that. But so it was like it was taking me forever to do this. I had to get the certain paper, and I had to put all of my goals on the, to write them out and put them on the wall in each of the rooms. I've got like 6-7 rooms in my little house. Anyway, so I got one done. Anywho, but then I went back on to try to get going again, and go to the third module, because I had completed the second module, and you do your homework and you write it down, and Wesley actually looks at your responses to the homework to see if you're getting it. It's really quite good. I'm impressed with it so far. So I went to the support people yesterday. This lovely little lady who had called me earlier, like maybe an hour after I had purchased it, to see if I had any questions. Okay, I mean, they're on the ball at Wesley Virgin Media with Ariella Iorio, Vice President of operations. I think it's operations. They're both millionaires. Anyway, and that's where we're going. That's where we're going. So anyway, so she emailed this tech person, and he at first she wasn't there, but she said, let me email him, and we'll, and so she emailed him, and poof, he appeared, and he sent me an email, and I was able to get back in, and so yesterday was spent doing the doing a portion of the Genie script. It's very involved and very wonderful. Wesley can get very loud. It's not a complaint. It's just what's so. I think he's trying to wake you up, in case you're sleeping. Like, even though you're awake, you might be sleeping in there. So he's loud. So I had to get over that. Not even get over it. I had to be with it. It was like I had to be with it, and it woke me up too. Sort of rattled my cage. That's a phrase that I think is appropriate. How somebody will rattle your cage. So anyway, so I love it. I have done Tony Robbins, Unleash the Power Within, the Firewalk. I've done Date with Destiny, which was really wonderful with Tony Robbins. I've done Jose Silva Mind Control years back. I've done a lot of stuff. transcendental meditation, what are past life regressions. I have been practicing the philosophy of Buddhism for about 35 years. And I am definitely a Christian. I was raised Baptist, Southern Baptist. So my parents raised me right. And went to Unity Church for many, many years. And Unity is sort of like a combination of all. It's Christian, but it honors other paths. All paths lead to God, or your higher power, or God is known by many, many names. So I what was I talking about? Okay, so I was listening to Wesley last night and really loved it and enjoyed it immensely. And I give a thumbs up because I've done a lot of things in my life, past life regressions. I'm going to do a video on, I'm going to do a video on that. I'm not going to do a regression on the internet because I really feel that you need to be in the company of others when you do a past life regression. But I did it with Marcia Moore way back when in the 70s, and she passed away. Anyway, I'll tell you the story about that when I talk about past life regressions. But anyway. And professionally, I've been a nurse for many, many years, and I worked in the financial services industry for many years, and so I've been a busy bee all these years. And so what I want to talk with you about today is actually, and it's an offshoot of my doing the work with Wesley last night, because it really, does open up places to explore in your own life. What are you about? What are you doing? Why are you doing it? And so on. So anyway, and I'm with a group. I have my YouTube channel, and I'm being supported by other people who have YouTube channels and are growing, and with the intent of actually monetizing the information that we have, because that is a viable option, and to also become a powerhouse in the area of e-commerce. So you cannot let yourself think that you're too young, because my grandson is 9, and he and his brother, his stepbrother, but the brother nonetheless, they're both my grandsons, they have a YouTube channel. They just started one. Whoop. And when I was last visiting him, he did an unboxing. My grandson did an unboxing, which is so cool. And he asked me to critique it. He was 8 at that time. Okay. So so Wesley, who is a multimillionaire, has made millions and millions and millions through e-commerce, through the internet. And he is showing others how to do it too. If he could do it, we can do it. Why can't we do it? We're doing it. So anyway, so there's a training and I'll leave the link to that down below so that you can get some information about it. I had an Uber ride yesterday, and I was not happy because he had stopped to get gas on the way to get me. You get gas before you take the next ride, So at first he was only 4 minutes away. He was 4 minutes away, and then 2 minutes away, and then he was 4 minutes away again. I'm thinking, what's going on? So anyway, he texted me and said that he was getting gas. So I was not happy with him. But anyway, he was a guy when I got in the car, and I didn't say anything about him getting gas and so on, because he was there. And so I started talking about my YouTube channel and what fun it was, and how I was becoming an internet marketer. That my goal, my mentor is a multimillionaire, and he's teaching others how to do it too. I want to leave a legacy for my grandson and my son, my grandsons, and my family. I want to leave it, and I want to enjoy it myself. I told him about my desire to have a pink Mercedes. So he said, why not? And so anyway, long story short, he's interested in finding out about it too, because he said he wants to leave a legacy for his family. Yeah, of course he does. Instead of driving Uber, he could be making $1,000 a day, more, So anyway, so I've got his number. I'm going to send him information about the Genie script. Yay. Okay, so, anyway, so I was working on the Genie script last night and enjoying it immensely. I'm up to module 6, and really liking it, and the questions, and it makes you think. It's a lot of different things. I've done a lot of different things. I do NLP. I am a life coach, certified life coach. I do EFT. I do. Anyway, I do a lot of things, so Wesley is bringing everybody up to that level of understanding and consciousness using these same tools. So it's really wonderful. I am happy that he's doing that, because it gives you avenues, ways of opening up your consciousness to create a new mindset, so that you can bring all these good things in, and that you feel that you're entitled to it. I mean, who you are, of course you are entitled to it, if you say you are. Okay, so anyway, I've had coffee this morning, if you can tell. So I went to sleep probably about 1:30, something like that. And I was looking at YouTube pages just to, see what else is out there. And I like to oftentimes go to sleep on a nice affirmation, soothing 8-hour tape, so it'll take me through the night. So I was looking for one, and I ran upon this video on lucid dreaming. And lucid dreaming is when you're dreaming, but then you wake up and you realize that you're not dreaming. You're in a conscious state, but you're in the dream. And I was thinking, boy, that would be cool. But then I ran upon this video that said the dangers of lucid dreaming. And the one that got me was that if you are lucid, but you're in a nightmare, that would not be fun. And you don't know how to get out. That would really be terrible. That would be awful. So anyway, so I don't want to do lucid dreaming. I don't want to do lucid dreaming, but in a way I did last night. So anyway, close to morning, I was asleep, but I had this dream as I was about to wake up, and I was in this office space. It was a busy office, and we were getting settled. We were rearranging things and making things the way we wanted them. There were several rooms in the office, and I know there was a young man there who was working. I was working. There was several other people in the facility, in this office space. And there was a manager. It was like the district manager or the regional manager was there, and she was helping out too, get things in straight. So we had everything in order, and she, she was saying, she said goodbye, and she left. I mean, she was leaving, and she left. Okay, so I'm still doing something upstairs, and then I decide to go downstairs, and and I'm leaving too. So by the time I get down there, she and two other women are standing there, and they're like networking or talking. They have they obviously know each other, and I know them, and they know me, and I'm coming down. And there's a restaurant on the lower level, a nice upscale restaurant. And the regional manager, the dark-haired woman, and she says, "Oh, here she is. She's going to have dinner, and I'll have her drink." So she ushers me into the restaurant as the waitress is coming forward with this. I have made it up in my mind. It's a blueberry mojito, because in the for some reason mojitos were on my mind, not mimosas, but mojitos, because Wesley talked about mimosas and mojitos in the training. So I'm thinking, I mean, that's in my consciousness. So anyway, the waitress comes out, and she has this huge, beautiful drink. It's blueberries, blue, and on a long stem glass, and so the regional manager gladly takes it, and I'm being ushered into the restaurant, and I sit down, and there's this long buffet of a lot of really good food, and the restaurant is, we're not in a pandemic at that time. Everybody's, without a mask and everything, and enjoying themselves, and it's upscale restaurant, and so the waitress comes over, and she's beginning to take my order, and so on. So I'm, and that's the end of the dream. So I seem to remember having this dream before, and I seem to remember having this dream before where she was not supposed to be drinking outside. They could not serve anyone outside, but they can serve with a meal inside. So she sent me inside to have the meal, and she had the drink right outside, and it seemed to work for the restaurant. I seem to have this. I have had this dream before. Anyway, so it was a very good dream. I liked it. It was fun. I'm in an upscale restaurant. I'm eating well. I have these other women who are nurturing, taking care of me. I'm in some sort of management position with this company, and the company is doing well, and so on. So I awoke to a very nice feeling about the dream, and so I did my morning prayer. I did a video about my morning prayer, and I began to write down my dream and what I was getting afterwards. I write down my dream, and as I was writing my dream, a caregiver a caregiver that I know texted me with this beautiful, how you can good morning and everything. It was just beautiful, and up at there was flowers, and it was all sparkly, and there was a butterfly up at the top, and the butterfly, as she was texting me, and I was writing her, the butterfly just got into my consciousness, and the butterfly is transformation. you know, you're in a cocoon, you're a caterpillar, but the butterfly is transformation. And I'm feeling like, okay, that's a message that I'm headed someplace. There's something that I'm supposed. There's something here. There's a seed here, and so then this phrase comes to me of being fruitful, and so I got this business idea. This idea. Well, actually, it's okay. So I'm going to end it here, and I'm going to do a part 2. So because this is like 20 minutes or so, and I'm going to do a part 2 because it gets even better. Okay. So I'm going to stop it now. Like and leave a comment or a question or any, you know, leave a comment or something, and then subscribe if you've not subscribed to my channel before. Okay, and come back for part 2. Okay, I love you, and take care.